What do you got for us today, Shreco? I think it's something good by the sound of it.
Well, we've got a couple of exciting cars, but I thought today we'd start off with the F word. Today we're going to go in a Ferrari. This is a 2019 GTC4Lusso T. T stands for turbo, and of course being four, it's a four-seater. But what they've done with the Lusso, instead of being a wagon like that, it's got a little coupe look or a shooting brake look. When you look in the bonnet, the motor sits very low, right inside and all the way back just in front of the driver, so it's got a long nose in front, but the actual the weight is centered perfectly, so it's a great combination. I think Ferrari have done a wonderful job.
Well, one gets the feel that there's not too many of these on the road in Australia.
Not as yet, because it's a latest model and it's just come out. So everything about Ferrari is the experience. Certainly this car has that.
Beautiful. Can't wait to have a go at it.
Yeah.
And you know the best thing about this car? Probably one of the few cars where all four of us can get in together and go for a drive.
That's true.
Well, unfortunately not for long, because you're going to be back by midnight because of lockdown.
You might have sold
That's
it
all we
before
need.
then anyway.
Yeah, or we may have sold it by then, so leave your phones on. Let me get it out for you.
So I want to tell you about the famous Ferrari Shield. It only sits on the flanks of road cars and it's an option. The badge, the rectangular badge on the front says road car, this is race car. The yellow in the Shield is from Modena, the city of birth for Enzo Ferrari, and only just down the road from Maranello where the cars are made. We've got the red, white and green of the Italian flag, SF, Scuderia Ferrari, the stable of Ferrari. The horse is from a famous fighter pilot from Italy named Count Baracco. And what he did was, he died. And so his mother went to Ferrari, who won a race in Baracca's hometown, and said, can you put the horse on your car? And Ferrari, of course, did so. The difference between his and Baracca's, Baracca on his side of his planes had the tail going down, Enzo Ferrari put the tail going up. So the heart of any Ferrari is the engine. Famous engines, builders of the most amazing engines ever seen in Formula One Ferrari, but the Lusso, the standard Lusso is the V12, or the first Lusso, sorry, the V12. And that's got this amazing engine with 507 kilowatts. This is the Lusso T, turbocharged, and it's an 8-cylinder turbo engine sitting right back in the chassis. So you can see all of the space up here is virtually nothing. Down the back there, the engine sits, and that's what they call a mid-front designation. So it pushes it right back into you. The nose is really decorative. It doesn't do much. So, Ruski?
Yeah?
Shooting brake.
Right.
The coupe style, but it's a wagon almost. So the shooting brake originally started out in the 1800s, 1890s, and a brake was known as a horse-drawn cart, and it was used for braking in horses, and then it became a brake like a brake that you push down to stop with. Sometime in the 1930s, that evolved into a car. Sometime in the 1970s, it evolved into this coupe style. So Ferraris, if you have a look, they've all got round tail lights, but they don't all have the twin ones, which to me is famous. That's what says Ferrari. Now, you know the other thing they talk about with this car, Nika? They call it a 3-door. So let's see if it's a real door. Hop in.
I could actually fit in there.
Oh my God.
I could actually. It just goes to show the boot is actually quite big. I think Shreco probably won't appreciate me getting in here.
Watch your shoes.
We're just
You want
going
me to close it?
We're just going to see.
Don't close it.
We're just going to see if it can be used for a kidnapping.
Latte, McDonald's drive-through.
Not until you put the seat forward.
First I've got to work out a way to reach the pedal.
love how the dash just lights up.
Power. I felt that power in my body.
Playing with all the dials, are we?
There are so many dials. This could keep one engaged without even driving the car.
All right, let's rock and roll, Andrew. I'm looking forward to going in the F car.
Got to work out where the handbrake is first, Mark.
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out how to get the thing moving.
The most experienced driver we have can't get the Ferrari going.
Where's the handbrake?
We might have to go inside and ask him, how do I get this moving? Where's the handbrake?
Alrighty, Mark.
all right, well, we're going to roll. And,
A Ferrari. Oh, the fuel cap's open. That's right. Nev's got it.
So I think we need to take this car out for a real spin, I think. And here we go.
Like Ferraris, normally when you think about it, everybody's chasing that mid-engined one with the, the two-seater and things like that. So these ones were quite different, coming in with the two seats at the back as well as this one. So it created a very different vibe, and not everybody accepted it that much as a Ferrari. So, but apparently it's a great car. Like everything I've read about it says it handles, it goes, it does everything you need. It just doesn't look like your normal Ferrari. In the early days, Ferrari just built big, fast cars.
Yeah.
Now they build technologically super advanced cars. It's got the sequential gearbox, which are big on the for F1 cars. It's got the change lights, just like a race car does. All I've got in front of me is a tachometer and a gear number, so I know what gear I'm in.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, the speed's like tucked away in a tiny little thing down the bottom there. So really got to concentrate on what my speed is, or I could get myself into lots of trouble.
How fuel efficient is it?
Not.
No. Which is probably not the reason why you buy a Ferrari.
No, you don't. But the V8's more economical than the V12.
Where should we go with this, Andrew?
We're going to find some twisty bits of road up in front.
How far can you push these cars?
Oh, heaps. Underneath, supercar. On top, coupe. So let's just back it off. We'll go to comfort mode. Does it feel comfortable?
It feels very comfy.
I think they're going to get in, Mark, so you're going to have to... So I've got it all sussed now, Nev.
Okay.
We've gone into comfort mode because Mark needed a bit more softer ride because he's saying, I need comfort, not speed.
Comfort ride.
Yeah, so we've gone to comfort. I've got an eco mode as well. I've got a wet weather. There you go. It'll stop me spinning the wheels so easily.
Yeah.
And I've got a sport mode. So it's like a Formula One wheel. I can change all my little settings here. It's good.
Let's go for it. Is that the wet weather setting?
No.
Is this the comfort ride setting?
No, I put it back to sport, sorry.
God, look at the roof.
The roof is next level.
insane, isn't it?
I can see why Shreko said it gives you the sense of space. It's amazing. Imagine that on a rainy day.
It's quieter than what you expect, isn't it? But that's the turbocharger. So the turbocharger muffles the exhaust a little bit because, as we explained before, how it takes the exhaust gas to make it run. But once you get it up and running, it's got the noise.
Oh, so you just don't hear the noise when you actually start the car.
No.
So the neighbours will be happy.
Yes. And I can sneak it home at night without anybody knowing.
So true.
It's a pity the road's wet. So 450 kilowatts, which is a lot.
So do you want to explain that in layman's language?
Yeah, because that means nothing.
Horsepower. What's
What
that in
does that
horsepower?
mean?
Yeah.
It's 601 horsepower.
So how fast will this car go?
3.5 seconds for the 0 to 100, top speed of 320.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
Are you going to show us 280 at least?
Yeah, right.
Any side street.
If we're on a racetrack, yeah. So it is a supercar with 4 seats, and which is what makes it so attractive. Like you could actually take the kids to the football on the weekend in this car.
That's the practicality of this, isn't it? I mean,
Is it super practical though? I mean, the nose of this car is so strangely long.
Yeah, I know, but you get used to that.
You do.
The back has USB.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's not something you see in a car.
We don't see many Ferraris.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Let's go to wet traction, wet mode for a second.
What's that?
What are we doing? Wet traction?
Wet. It'll just slow down the response of the engine, so we don't get as much wheel spin.
Oh wow, is that automated?
Yeah.
I wonder if someone shot a gun through the front, through this window, if it would shatter.
So what I was telling Mark about before, Nico, was it's got what they call a double clutch, which means the gear changes are really quick.
Ah.
Now, Nico.
So see?
So is the Ferrari Lusso, is a new one released every year?
No, they've stopped making them.
They don't make them anymore.
No, which is a real pity because I think it's a great concept. I love it. Well, I think they've sold in your car, Nico.
Oh, so quick.
Just joking.
I expected someone to take my car. I just didn't expect for it to happen in under 20 minutes. I want to experience the front.
She's going to drop the F word.
Oh, that's so close. Hey, it's always so low when you sit in these cars. Cool. That's a little...
That's for the gun.
Yeah, totally. You know, you can't blame a Russian person for suggesting a gun.
Wanting to know where the gun goes.
I mean, you know, it's cultural. I just was thinking, how gun-proof is this car? It's got so many little features. I feel like I want to press everything. Like even this. I don't know.
What's the symbol on it?
Look.
Oh, you've just opened the fuel cap. So you can see how easily we're cruising now, can't you?
Yeah, it's actually so much cruisier now.
Once I found where the speedo is.
It's a completely. I actually forgot that I was even.
Yeah.
It's ultra smooth.
Yeah. So I actually think that the gear change paddles should be attached to the steering wheel, so that when I go around the corner, the paddles move with me.
Yeah. Hey, I felt the G-force. You know how you can press that button and then you can't go over the speed? Does this car have that?
Gotta hope not. I reckon I could probably pull 2 to 2.5 G under brakes.
Hey.
Because you haven't even seen the brakes yet, have you?
No.
No.
You want to show me?
Not here. We'll find somewhere to show you.
Well, I just slammed down.
Yeah.
Does it slide?
No.
Goes to a halt?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. The whole body just flies forward. A car like this, it looks so fancy.
Yeah, but the beauty of this is though that it's very understated. It's not over the top ridiculous.
No.
You know, it doesn't scream, but it looks. I think it looks stunning.
Gonna put it on the gram.
Yeah.
Elliot, look at this posh car.
What type of car is it?
It's a Ferrari.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
This is a Ferrari?
Who's the daddy?
This is actually a Ferrari?
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Four-seater Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only ever heard of it, eh?
Are you rich?
What do you
Is
think?
it cool, Elliot?
Is he rich?
Look at Shreko, he's on it, he's on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we only took an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah.
4:02. What is this car going for?
429.
Really?
Yeah. Like they could make it really quiet and probably only lose a little bit of power.
Well, what fun would that be for the driver? I want to hear my car scream.
It's got launch control as well, so you push that button and it'll control the wheel spin as you take away.
And everything closes electrically. True luxury style.
This car is a beautiful cockpit. It's typical Ferrari. I've got one tachometer in front of me and I've got the speedo tucked away down in the bottom corner like speed's irrelevant. But it's a dual cockpit concept. So sitting in the passenger seat, it's like you're sitting in a race car as well. It all wraps around you. There's even an option of having a dashboard in front of you when there is a passenger, which is quite amazing. But watch this. This is the drama of the startup. Lights and everything opens up. So watch all these little flaps and things. So the cooling air is going to come out in a second and everything sort of comes out to say, hello, I'm alive. I love it. It even passes me my seatbelt.
I know. It's actually. So that comes out when you start up.
Yeah. Seatbelt, sir?
Oh, that's fantastic.
I've got a little dial here to switch between the sport mode and the comfort mode and the wet mode and the racetrack mode, all those sort of things. Exactly like a Formula 1 steering wheel. My button to start is on here. I've got a thing for my shock absorbers. I can turn my headlights on and off. I can turn my wipers on and off. But what I got are these great little turning indicators. Took a little while to get used to them, but they just sit there where your thumb is and you just push and push and push. I must admit, I did indicate a couple of times when I was trying to change gears. How the fuck do you get this thing moving? Wish I could turn off the seat heaters. The fucking seat heater button.
What, do you want to switch it off?
Yeah, I want to switch off the seat
I
heaters.
thought you were looking to switch it on.
No, I'm boiling. I'm cooking. Seats. There we go.
You're done.
Off. Thank Christ.
I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I didn't have a heavy lunch today. You know, I just had the rice paper rolls with a bit of tofu and some roast duck.
Subscribe.